a minute left and I already took melatonin. It'd be really funny if someone took 6,000, so I have to pound. You look at a gym and you piss your pants and faint.
Because women are inherently seen as taking up more space than men. You look at a gym and you piss your pants and faint. Because women are inherently seen as taking up more space than men.
Speaking of things that are normal for Sigmas, it's 2025, and we're still rising and grinding on Saturdays with our guy Sigma. It's New Year. I want to say newbie, but it is the same old PB, at least right now. And I am back once again with my good friends to continue our adventures into confusing visual novels. We are 40 hours in to Virtue's Last Reward, which is a lot of time to have played in Virtue's Last Reward.
It's a lot of time to have played in Virtue's Last Reward.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I should say I'm PB, my pronouns are they, them, and I have podcasts that are on the back burner right now, so this is my main Moonshot thing. But keep an eye out. I'll be there at some point. I'll be back in the content mines after I move in like a month.
Yeah.
And I'm joined by Mac.
Hi, it's me. I'm Mac. You find me on moonshot.mov. The stream.
And
The Twitch stream.
and Jacqueline.
Hi, I'm Jacqueline. You can find me usually on Unwise Girls. Jacqueline Swampert. That's me. I'm on your phone.
Don't you have some new stuff coming this year?
We've
Be
got
very
some
excited
new
about?
stuff coming this year. That's right.
All right.
So watch out for new stuff this year.
Let's see. What games have been our obsessions over the break? Because I have one I want to talk about. I'm curious if y'all do.
I started playing Dredge last night.
Ooh, I watched CJ play that one. That one looked fun.
I'm having a great fucking time with that. I was like, I'm gonna play one game off of my backlog every month in 2025, and Dredge is my January game, and I was like, I'm gonna start playing it because I've been playing Balatro again, and it's been driving me up a wall. In the way the Balatro does. And so I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna start playing Dredge, and the next thing I know, it was 12:30 at night. I was like, I have to go to sleep.
Nice. All right. What about you,
I've
Jacqueline?
mostly been playing a lot of Go and Sentinerdle.
Yeah. How is Go treating you?
Go's treating me very well. I'm still losing like every other game I play, if not more, and it makes me happy every time, so genuinely.
Are you playing against people who are better than you, worse than you, same? I guess probably not worse than you, given.
I'd say I'm playing against a lot of people who are better or of a similar skill rank to me. Some of them are worse than me, and then I usually beat them, which, you know, is a good rate to be at, probably.
Yeah, it's good that you're not at the bottom of the totem pole.
No, I'm not the worst Go player in the world right now, I don't think.
Nice. I don't know if anyone else follows the chess world. There's been juicy chess drama this last week.
Gene Gate.
Gene's Gate, and then maybe colluding to split Blitz championship instead of actually playing it out. It's beautiful. I love these messy chess players. Anyway, game I've been playing for the last couple days and really getting into is Misericord, which is about nuns and a murder in a nunnery in the 1400s. And I'm like 5 hours in, and it's really good. We'll probably end up streaming it. I love all of these different women. I love you, Darcy. Please be my friend.
I'm so excited to do Misericord eventually.
And it's just got all of the hallmarks of a great, like, murder mystery. It's also, like, a pure, like, sound novel in that you're not making choices. It is just you are reading a story with sprites and soundtrack and good art. And honestly, some days, that's what I want.
Let's
what I want a
go.
computer to do. Just tell me a story. Alright. Without any further ado, Happy New Year, Night of Neils. Good to see you in chat.
Hi, Niels.
Hello.
What the fuck
Hi,
are we
Sarah.
doing?
Are you excited about the fact that it's 2025 for real now?
Yeah, we took a day off. This is not part of the 8 crazy nights. The streaming
We
oil
took
did
2
give
days
out.
off, I think.
Oh, maybe it was 2 days off. What? No, today's the 4th and the last stream was the 2nd.
You're right. You're so right. We took a single day off.
To be fair, I took the last 2 weeks off of streaming, so I'm getting back on the horse. Alright, we had just done the archives. Or sorry, security, not the archives. Yeah, we did the security room with 5. It was the 2 of us. Let's see. What is the situation right now?
We might have COVID.
Well, oh yeah, we might have COVID.
Either that or we're a robot.
We might. It could be
I'm pretty
both.
sure we're a robot, actually.
We could have robotic COVID.
This
We have
is
Robovid.
I'm
Robovid.
pretty sure this is the
I
route
feel like
where
that's like
we...
a really mediocre episode of the Futurama reboot.
This is the route where we met the golem, right?
Yes, you're right. This is where we met
Yeah.
Gollum. We went Gollum the Golem.
We're not calling him Gollum. If we're calling him anything, it's Gollum or Golem. We're not calling him Gollum. It was driving me fucking nuts on the last one. I was like, no, we can't do this.
Mr. G. Olm. Let's see. So yeah, we did that. And then we allied, let's see. I believe Quark is unconscious. Is Alice unconscious or is she dead?
I'm like 95% sure that like a bunch of people are dead right now.
I think, yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of people who are just fucking dead.
Oh shit, Seraph is right. What if there's virus-type Digimon out there right now and we're a robot?
Oh god.
Anyway, we'll catch back up. What's important is right now is we're with our buddy Fi. We just got out of one of the white doors. And no one else is here.
No one's here.
Yeah. Alright, let's start looking. We'll go through the crew quarters and work our way to the elevator. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, this is where we have... Yeah, Alice is dead because we looked at the security footage and deduced that Clover killed her. Because
Yeah.
Clover thinks...
No.
Right.
Clover killed Luna.
Oh yeah, Clover killed Luna because Luna thinks that...
Because
Clover
Clover
thinks Luna
thinks
killed
that Luna
Alice.
killed...
Even
Yeah.
though Alice actually... Well, actually, we don't know how Alice died. But either Dio would have killed her, or more likely, it's Radical 6, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Given what we've seen.
Yeah.
Wife doors? White doors?
White doors?
I don't-
Question mark?
I don't quite know why Marn would be here for white doors.
Okay, because the next Rusty Lake game is the White Door, which
Oh.
we will be playing on Tuesday.
Ah.
I see. So it is just full of white doors this week on Moonshot.
It's a White Door week, I guess.
All right.
It's White Door Wednesday, Saturday.
I'm
sorry
gonna borrow
making you
that for
explain a
Tuesday,
joke.
thanks.
Absolutely.
All right. Anyway, hey, you search rooms 1 and 2. It's no time for joking. I'll take 3 and 4.
Got it. Sure, some weird ass stuff is gonna happen while I'm doing this.
Oh, body's still here.
Alice is still here. So's Luna. The most horrible thing about death is how it turns a person into a thing. A very astute observation, Sigma. It's a thing that looks like your friend, but it's not them anymore. Just this strange, cold shell. And every time you look at it, you feel a little of that coldness creeping in around the edges of your soul.
Perhaps the coldness of the metal of the chassis of your body because you're a robot?
Maybe so. Seeing death puts a heavy ball of lead in your stomach that just sits there, poisoning you. I turned and left the room.
See, also, oh yeah, we are also pretty sure that Dio has his knife, that he came into the room to get his knife out of Alice's chest.
Yes, because for once, Alice was stabbed with a knife and not with a scalpel.
Yeah. And, let's see, do we know what Clover used to kill Luna? I don't remember what her... Oh yeah, it was an injection, wasn't it? It was an injection.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was the
Of the stuff in
injection.
her bracelets. No good. Nobody in 3 or 4. What about yours?
Same. Apart from the dead people. There we go.
Oh yeah, there were bodies in there, weren't there?
Oh.
The lead ball pressed against the inside of my abdomen. I leaned back against the wall and let out a long, weary sigh.
What's wrong?
Whoa! Why is she so close?
Hey Sigma, you got games on your phone?
Can you screenshot this and save it for next weekend, please?
Uh-huh. What's wrong? You need to get it together. What are we doing right now?
Looking for the others.
Right. I know how you feel, but just sitting around being miserable isn't gonna help anybody. Let's go.
Yeah. You're right. Fi turned and headed for the door at the far end. I heaved myself up off the wall and followed. One of these days we're going to open a door and somebody is going to burst out from the other side of it.
I keep expecting it to. I don't know if it ever happens.
Close to camera Fi isn't real and can't hurt you. Close to camera Fi, do you have games on your phone?
What games would Sigma have on his phone anyway?
I think we've had this conversation.
Oh no!
The first thing I felt was that strange cold sweat of terror. My stomach clenched in protest, pushing a wave of bile and nausea up into my throat. The lead ball turned to ice and my legs began to tremble under its weight before they finally gave way and collapsed. I'm really glad that we didn't hit this bit at the end of the last stream.
Yeah.
The real question is, what games would Fi want to play on your phone?
Okay, so Clover has blood on her pointer finger.
Mm-hmm.
And on her wrist. Fucked up if true. Tenmyoji has blood on his side. His bracelet's off.
Her bracelet is off.
Her bracelet is off, but I can see his bracelet on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
His tongue is lolling out.
I don't remember who needed Clover's bracelet.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
They were dead. I could feel it the moment I looked at them, but I didn't want to believe it. They couldn't be dead. Perhaps... I hold on a second. Before I say this next Sigma line, it is fucked up that Clover is just sitting there like she's just sitting there. Like,
yeah.
Tenmyoji very clearly looks dead and is being held up by the wall and a handcuff. But Clover looks like she's just sitting there sleeping with her head tipped forward. Fucked up! The cool, limp feel of their skin under my shaking fingers dashed any hope I'd had left. I wrapped a trembling hand around the end of the bed and hauled myself up onto it. Even when I closed my eyes, I could still see them. My heart hammered away at my ribs and my chest felt so tight I could barely breathe.
If I remember right, this was also around where, is Quark disappeared, or is he just unconscious?
Quark is... Okay, so presumably Quark is now dead.
I think Quark disappeared.
Quark disappeared, yes, but
because
presumably...
we didn't see Alice showing symptoms until she showed up dead.
But presumably Quark is now off-screen dead because of the bracelet.
He's disappeared several different times, several different rounds, so we never actually figured out exactly what's happened to him.
Right, but I think the implication here is that because
he's
nobody else made it through the doors. So, I hate to say it.
Yeah, there's grave implications.
Yeah.
I forced myself to take long, deep breaths. Finally, I opened my eyes.
They were in a blind spot.
What?
The security camera. Remember how we didn't see anything in the real-time feed in the security room?
Yeah. I guess the partition was in the way.
Yeah.
They're handcuffed together.
Yep. Who did this really didn't want them going anywhere. Chain's been looped around the pipe below the sink.
They would have been trapped here when the doors closed. Why?
Look, see the red marks on their wrists? They're trying to get the handcuffs off.
So you're saying it wasn't one of them that did this?
Probably not.
Ugh.
There's a
There's a cut on Tenmyoji's left hand.
Oh god.
It looks like it's probably from a knife or something similar. Must have been deep.
And the blood on his clothes probably came from that wound. I don't see any others at least. This was the only one that doesn't look fatal. Don't think he died from this cut.
The penalty. When the primary doors closed, they couldn't get to them. The needles in their bracelets activated, and...
Yeah, that does appear to be the case. You can see the marks on their wrists from where they were injected. The tube of curarine must have killed them.
Do you think that's why they were handcuffed to the sink?
They wouldn't have been able to get to the white door without Quark. If someone wanted to use the penalty to kill them, they didn't need to tie him up.
Yeah, you've got a point. What's wrong?
I take back what I just said.
You find something?
Yeah.
What do you got for us, Fi?
Fi bent down to pick something up and... oh. A cyan bracelet. This was Quark's.
Correct. It has 9 BP too, there's no mistake.
What is Quark's bracelet doing here? Wait, no, hold on. If Quark's bracelet is here, then that means...
No, your heart stops, your bracelet comes off.
No. No, this can't be happening. Not Quark.
Hey, Sigma! Calm your tits. Just because his bracelet's off doesn't mean he's dead.
But...
Maybe this could be good news. This is a ray of hope.
Ray of hope?
Yeah, if Quark still had the bracelet on, then he would have ended up like Tenmyoji and Clover. But he's not wearing it. That means he could have avoided getting injected with the killer drug.
You mean the bracelet came off before the doors closed?
Yeah.
That's impossible. Zero Jr. told us they only come off when your heart stops or when you escape.
Maybe he got out then.
Right, he's got 9 BP. Wait, so you're saying he escaped, then came back and left his bracelet here? That's impossible, too. Zero Jr. said the number 9 door only opens once. Even if he was able to get outside, he couldn't come back in.
Why you gotta be so pessimistic? You actually seen the body, huh?
No body, no death.
Think positive, Sigma. Reality is what we believe it to be. There's only
That's true.
4 people dead here, at least.
Really? So you're saying this is what we wanted to happen?
That's enough.
Oh, she hit him. Hell yeah! Let's go!
Quark is definitely alive. Get your fucking shit together, Sigma. We have to survive this. He has to be. He has to be. I refuse to believe that he isn't. I cannot let an innocent kid get killed.
Oh my gosh.
It's something I talk about every time I talk about this game, how much I love that, how much I respect how much Ujikoshi is keeping Quark from being hurt.
It's very intentional.
It's very intentional in a way that I appreciate. Now, is it going to have a deeper narrative implication down the line? I don't know, maybe so. But as of right now, it's just reading to me like Ujikoshi does not want to show a child being hurt on screen.
Yeah.
Which is great. And I respect it. Anyway, I wanted to ask if she meant Clover and Tenmyoji weren't innocent and had deserved to die, but swallowed my words.
Come on now, Sigma.
Fighting wasn't going to help us. All I could do was hope that Phi was right. Perhaps Quark was still alive. What are you doing?
autopsies examining the bodies. Tenmyoji first.
Why?
Looking for clues.
Kind of clues.
I don't know, useful clues. To who might have killed them, though I gotta admit our suspect pool's getting pretty thin. Finding Quark's bracelet tells us something. If the killer saw it, that would make for an obvious motive.
With a Quark's bracelet, Clover and Tenmyoji would have been able to go through the white doors. Killer handcuffed them to the sink to prevent that.
Right. That's my guess, at least. That's odd.
What's wrong?
I can't find anything. I
Huh?
should have found something.
Like what?
Remember when we ran into the Tenmyoji in the rec room? He sprayed our wrists with luminol. I'm sure I saw him pull the spray bottle out of his pocket.
And now you can't find it.
Right.
Do you think the killer took it?
I don't know. I'm gonna look at Clover too. Give me a minute.
Fi knelt down next to Clover as she spoke and began to gingerly examine her corpse. Then, after a moment, I saw her hand stop.
Look. See your thigh? Doesn't it look like there's something written here?
She wrote it on her leg. Cool. Yeah, it does.
One 1037. What could that mean?
Come on now.
Be funner if you said 8008.
Yeah, 58008. A Clover.
There we go.
Sorry, I have to move your leg a little bit.
It's written in blood. It must be Tenmyoji's.
It says 016.
Old.
That doesn't
Why did
spell
she write-
boobs.
Why did she write "Olb" on her legs?
Wait, it's Oib?
What does that mean?
Hang on. I feel like we've seen this somewhere before. 016016. I know I've seen it somewhere before.
Was it in another path?
She went to the beach that makes you old. Thanks, there.
Ah, of course.
Motherfucker.
It's no use. I can't remember.
Don't get my hopes up like that.
I mean, these numbers have something to do with the killer. She must have written them after she got hit with the soap drill. It would have been a few minutes before she went all the way under where she could have done something.
This is definitely an unlock for another pathway.
Yeah. 8675309.
Thanks, Ham. Appreciate you.
Appreciate the suggestion. Well, we keep giving Clover better ideas, but you gotta remember that she was dying, so you know she didn't have that much time to come up with something funny.
Yeah.
Maybe she used those last minutes to tell the rest of us who killed her.
016, huh? Maybe, but the only people who could have done it are Kay and Dio. Assuming it wasn't one of us, I mean.
No. There's also Quark.
I mean, if you look
I'm
at
not
that
saying
01...
he did it, just like, maybe Dio's right about the kid.
If you look at the 016 in a mirror, it does say Dio.
It sure does.
Was she writing it in a mirror?
Look,
Why was she writing it backwards?
Look, Fi can solve anagrams in her head no problem, but mirroring numbers into letters, that's a little bit too far.
Damn it, this is hopeless. I can't keep up anymore. Everything here is a goddamn mystery. Like, what
So
about that old
true.
woman we found? Who killed her? The movement of the AB room makes Luna seem the most suspicious. But when would she have done it? And we don't have a good explanation for why she would have wrapped the knife up in the handkerchief. And of course, now Luna's dead too. So who could have killed her? Footage from the security camera paired with Dio's behavior makes Clover seem the most likely suspect. But now we'll never know for sure. Alice's killer is a complete mystery. We don't know what the hell 016 is supposed to mean. We don't have any idea where Quark's gone. What the hell does any of this mean?
You know, the problem with Quark is we only ever know where he is or how fast he's going, but we can't know both at the same time.
It's true. Who killed everyone? Was it Zero? Zero Senior? Who is Zero Senior? What the hell does he want? Why does this game even exist, and why did they kidnap us and bring us here? While we're at it, where is this? When is this? Mysteries, mysteries, mysteries. I feel like my head's about to explode. Please, Vi, give me something. Anything. I'm being driven to drink. Clue, a hint, come on, you've got to have something.
I think there were some drinks in the lounge. The luminol.
Luminol.
Huh?
I think there's a very good chance someone took the spray bottle out of Tenmyoji's pocket.
Yes, we established that.
Well, let me ask you this. Why would they take it?
So they could test for blood?
What would they need to do in order to do that?
They just need to spray the bottle at whatever they want to test.
That's it?
No, wait, you're right. Luminol reacts with organic compounds and glows, but the glow is really faint. So you need to make it dark. You have to turn off the lights in order to see if anything's glowing.
And that would mean...
That would mean... the rec room.
Oh shit! Go, go, go.
Fi and I raced for the door. We weren't sure what we'd find, but we knew where we were going. I had a feeling deep in my gut that whatever we found would be the breakthrough I'd been looking for. Maybe so. Maybe so, Sigma.
We have to open so many doors to get everywhere in this place.
Really, though? Alright, who's dead in the rec room?
Maybe nobody.
Yay, no one.
Looks like everything's
Oh,
okay.
no.
Wow. That's really everyone dead except Quark and us!
Yep.
Yup.
Everything in my head ground to a halt. Even after all I'd seen, a room full of corpses had a profound effect. It was such a ridiculous thought that before I could stop myself, I laughed. That laugh made me think, was laughter in this situation a defensive response designed to protect a brain from constant emotional bombardment? They say that right before an animal dies, it feels a moment of comfort. Right before death, the brain releases a huge amount of endorphins into the bloodstream. Pain is only a warning signal meant to help the body avoid death, but when death becomes a certainty, pain no longer has any use. In fact, that loss of pain can lead to incredible feats on the edge of death. Let's say that 2 species of animal come under attack from some overwhelming force. All of them are severely wounded and near death. Species A feels pain, but Species B doesn't. The horrible pain felt by Species A prevents them from moving, but because they feel no pain, some of Species B will manage to drag their wounded bodies to safety and survive. As a result, Species A is eliminated, and only Species B manages to survive. I don't think that's how it works, Sigma, but sure, I guess so.
Tell that to Darwin. Thanks, Mighty Carrot. This is Signai, the science guy here.
This process of natural selection has been repeated for millions of years. All creatures that walk the face of the earth are descended from species B.
Yeah, I don't think that part's quite accurate, but okay.
I'm no exception. That's also not accurate! That's why I can look at a room full of corpses and laugh.
Oh, buddy.
The genes I've been given by a million years of evolution have changed my fear into ecstasy. Fucked up! That is a fucked up thing to say. I guess this means you and I are the only survivors.
Don't make me keep saying it. Quark's still out there somewhere, and he's killed all of them. Dio was right. That kid's evil.
Yeah. He is still out there. So, would that mean he killed them? I mean, you said yourself there was no way there was a 10th uninvited player out there when Alice was killed. And we've also refuted the possibility of Zero Senior being the 10th person. There is no 10th person.
I'm gonna say it in red. There is no 10th person.
Oh my god.
This does feel like one of those conversations.
It
No.
is. Yeah.
The only people alive are you, me, and Quark. That means...
You're being ridiculous. Look at the bodies. There's an axe buried in Kay's back, and the spear's been thrust through Dio's stomach. Do you really think a child of Quark's size could do that?
Alright then. Are you saying you killed them?
Are you insane? Just when could I have done that? I've been waiting to think of this whole time, except for that period of time where you were passed out for an unknown amount of time, but let's ignore that.
She was right. At the end of the second round of the AB game, Fi and I hadn't been out of each other's sight. We'd gone through the white door, explored the security office, solved puzzles, all of it together. No, wait. There had been one time.
No, don't think about that one time, Siggy.
One time when I wasn't watching. The few minutes in the security office when I'd rested on the couch. Could she have snuck out then? The rec room and the security office weren't that far away from each other. If the round trip took about a minute, she'd killed them in 4 minutes, and the whole thing would have only taken her 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, huh? Just how long had I been out? No, that wasn't really right. I hadn't really been out. I just felt like everything was being fast-forwarded, probably because my mental processing speed had dropped. But how long had I been like that? It might have only felt like a few seconds to me, but it could have been much longer. And where had something like mental processing speed dropping come from? Hey, what you doing there, Fi?
I'm checking the bodies like before. I decided to start with Dio.
And find anything?
Yeah, 2 things actually.
Oh?
Take a look at this.
A knife!
Yeah.
No!
Oh, hey, Myrmidon! The Myrmidons. Let's go.
Always good when your secret assassin still brands your knife.
Yep.
You gotta have a little bit of
There's
pride.
something engraved on the blade, too. Myrmidons. Is that the name of the manufacturer? No, it's the name of the cult he's from, Sigma.
This is the name of my favorite Digimon. Go, Myrmidon.
LOL, Seraph. Sigma. Hold on, I'll say this in Sigma's voice. Oh my god, I killed them while I wasn't watching.
Sigma, how could you? I don't know, I've never heard that name before. But look at the handle, you've seen that, right?
This is the knife that was stabbed into Alice's chest.
That's right. Looks of it, I guess the blade is about 15 centimeters. Say probably about 3 centimeters tall, 3 millimeters wide.
Think I've heard those numbers before.
Like, wound cavity, 150 millimeters. Wound length, 30 millimeters. Wound width, 3 millimeters.
Yeah, that's it. When Luna scanned the old woman's body, those were the numbers it gave us for the... Oh, no.
Alright, well, wound cavity would be the depth of the wound. Length would be how long it is from top to bottom. Width is how wide. In other words...
Those numbers describe the size and shape of the wound, right?
Right.
So if they match, that means this knife was used to kill the old woman.
Well, I was just eyeballing the measurements, but we can't be sure.
Still, why does Dio have it? Hey, can we talk about the weird white fluid at the very tip of the knife? Or is that I can't tell if that's silver or if
that's just silver.
I think that's knife.
Okay, it's just very funny that its placement is there.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
He must have gotten it from, Alice.
I know. Hold on, sorry, that was a weird burp. Well, I know that. What I mean is why he'd take it. Did he want to destroy the evidence? Maybe he was the one who killed Alice.
That would match up with what we saw.
No, wait. Hold on a second. I'm getting confused here. Alice would have had that knife first, right? She picked it up when she found it wrapped in the handkerchief next to the AB room.
Right.
So Dio took it from her and stabbed her? If that's what happened, why didn't he just take the knife then? Why leave it there for us to see, then come back and get it later?
Well, we can look into that more later. First, I want you to look at something else.
What?
Do you remember what I said? I said I found two things. There was a knife and this.
Hey, this is that key.
What do you mean that key?
We found it in the Golem Bay. Didn't have any idea what it was for then, though. But Alice said it might be important, so she'd hang on to it just in case.
So Alice should have had this, right?
Yeah.
Now Dio's got it.
Yeah.
So when Dio took the knife, he also took Kay's key.
Wait. Kay's key?
Oh man, you couldn't figure it out from the shape?
What do you mean?
Dumbass, get over here. A picture's worth 1,000 words. Let me show you.
She walked over to Kay's head, knelt down on one knee, and pointed to the back of it.
You remember this, right?
Oh, yeah! So that's it. It unlocks the suit, right?
Yep. Let's give it a shot.
Before I had time to prepare myself, I shoved the key into the slot and twisted. But...
Ah. It's no good. I can't get it to open.
why not?
Maybe the suit is powered and it needs to be on to open? With this axe in here.
Broke
You're
the
saying
suit.
it shorted the suit out or something.
I think so. At any rate, the key fits perfectly. I don't have any doubt it's for removing Kay's suit.
Do you think Dio knew that when he took it?
I wonder.
So I guess we'll never know what his face really looks like. Fucked up to say, Sigma.
Sorry, Sigma. It's such a handsome, beautiful face. You would have loved to see it. It's a shame. Yeah. No one can get the mask off with their bare hands.
I wonder who he was.
Well, I still haven't checked him over. Let's have a look. Maybe we'll find something that tells us who he is.
She'd only been searching for a few seconds before she stopped and pulled something out of Kay's robes.
Look.
What is it?
The Luminol.
That's the one Tenmyoji had.
Yeah.
Does that mean Kay was the one who handcuffed them to the sink?
We don't know yet.
Why not?
Kay might have taken the spray from Tenmyoji after he died. It's possible he went through the white doors before we did, went to the infirmary, or made it through the white doors before we did, went to the infirmary, and got this. Anyway, there's something else you gotta see. Turn off the lights.
Are you going to check for a luminol reaction?
Yeah. If Kay used the spray before he died, we might still be able to see it.
There's blood everywhere in here, though.
That's okay. If he didn't spray it, there wouldn't be a reaction from any of it. Come on. Alright, do it. Done.
Done.
Alright, thanks. Just as I thought. Look. Dio's left wrist.
The underside of his bracelet is glowing.
Exactly.
But why?
Because there are traces of blood on it.
Whose blood?
We've seen 5 people with serious bleeding. Old woman, Alice, Tenmyoji, and these 2 here. I'm disinclined to think this is Dio or Kay's blood, though. See, if you look, it's been wiped off except for the luminol. The bracelet looks clean. Why would someone wipe blood off a bracelet after being hit with an axe or stabbed with a spear, and then spray it with luminol? That doesn't make any sense.
Then that leaves the old woman, Alice, and Tenmyoji.
Right.
Do you remember what Tenmyoji said to us in this room?
Can I see the other side of your bracelets? Please, just do it.
Do you think Tenmyoji had figured out that one of the bracelets would have blood on it?
That would have meant he was looking for either Alice's blood or the old woman's.
I wonder which it was.
No idea. But whatever the case, Tenmyoji seemed to think that whoever had the bracelet was Zero Senior. Just relax, okay? That's all I gotta know.
What?
Neither of you is Zero Senior. You saying that because there wasn't any luminol reaction? Yup.
Whoa, wait. Are you saying that Dio is Zero Senior?
I don't know for sure. The one thing I can say is there's a possibility that Dio killed the other 6 victims.
Then who killed Dio?
Probably Kay. After he was attacked, he used the last of his strength.
Another descendant of Species B.
Huh?
Nothing. Forget about it. Anyway, if Zero Senior was Dio, then...
all this would be over. This awful game would be over.
An Ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
What? What the hell is happening? That's impossible.
Quark.
Quark? Quark opened a gate?
Whatever, we gotta get back to the floor A warehouse. Hurry!
I know, I'm coming. I mean, we have 45 minutes, but yeah, let's go. We gotta go figure out what's going on.
This game is so good. Like, I thought, like, between what I remember of this game and all the clues that we've had from, like, other routes that I knew, like, the entire sequence of events here, but I forgot that someone actually opened the gate now, which kind of throws a lot of my ideas out the window.
The post that I made on Blue Sky is like, with 8 crazy nights being over, it's back to regularly scheduled stream shenanigans, aka me getting my shit rocked by Virtue's last reward.
It's real and true.
Real and true. Damn it! There's no one here. Did they run off?
Why would they run away?
Hell if I know. How the hell did Quark open an AB gate anyway? Without a star key, he shouldn't have been able to get it open.
Must have taken one from Dio or K before we got to the rec room. We know they went through a white door. We saw this footage in the security office. That means they had a star key just like us.
But you didn't find one when you searched them.
Right.
Maybe Quark's the suspect after all, then. You shouldn't write him off just because he's a kid. Maybe he knows how to use a lance or an axe. That's... Okay, Sigma, you've gone a little too far.
I don't know, maybe that Dio was right about everything.
Children are always training in medieval weaponry.
They yearn to go back to the battlefield. The medieval battlefield. It's impossible, you're being an idiot. It's much more likely he found a keycard after they died.
Can we pause here really quick? Because I want to lay out what I think may have happened, given all the knowledge that we have from other routes. Dio killed the old woman. We know that to be a fact.
Yep, we know that one.
We know that one. I still think... Okay, so I don't know what happened to Clover and Tenmyoji. I really don't. I think that Alice killed herself.
That seems likely, yeah.
Which led Clover to believe that Luna did it because of, you know, misunderstandings. So Clover killed Luna as a result. Dio goes in, sees that Luna is dead, retrieves the knife from Alice's body. Kay comes in, presumably sees that the knife is missing. We also know that Kay holds a grudge against Dio because Dio killed the old woman who was Kay's mother. So
if
Kay
Dio can figure that out.
Yeah.
Or sorry, if Kay can figure that out.
If Kay can figure that out. I think he can.
Especially if Tenmyoji did do the luminol test on him. Yes.
If Kay saw that, then possibly... I think that they probably killed each other. Which fucked up if true, but
Okay.
Now that's kind of where I'm at right now. I don't know what happened to Clover and Tenmyoji. My impulse is to say that that's a Zero thing.
Any theory on what's happening with the door?
It's... Judging by the fact that I know that we have an AB game choice that we have to make, I think it's Luna, which is why I said killed.
Interesting, interesting.
We checked her body. She was dead.
Yeah. And?
Alright. She's zombie Luna, I guess.
Or, you know, Gollum. I don't know.
Yeah, it's Gollum. It's Gollum.
Gollum.
Picked up a bracelet, like, alright, I'll play this crazy game.
I literally said the thing about not calling him Gollum, and then I did it myself. Gollum.
It's all good.
Anyway, let's carry on.
The one thing I will say is,
sure...
I think the one thing that implicates Dio in killing, and truly, I don't remember this route, so this is me speculating. The one thing that implicates Dio in Tenmyoji and Clover's fate is the fact that Tenmyoji has a knife wound in his hand.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that is true. It definitely could have been Dio. Like, I'm not ruling Dio out in that case.
I don't know where Dio found some Saw handcuffs.
This is a Saw game now. Anyway.
But sir, if I saw you say, damn, that ring really made Gollum tenacious, and I read it as, oh yeah, Gollum really got into Ring Fit Adventure. We got into Pilates.
Alright, let's go find him.
Any ideas where to look?
Nothing. How on earth would I know where he might be?
There's one place I'd like to check out. Come on.
Do you know something I don't?
Many. I like knowing things. It's one of my main 5 traits.
The room Dio and Kay investigated.
Right. Aren't you curious?
Of course. Besides, Quark might be there.
Yeah.
All right, let's move. Yeah, presumably something tipped off Kay to something.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the director's office.
We've been in here before, right?
Did we? Is this the other one that we went
Is this
through?
the one where we got the monologue about termite mounds?
I don't remember.
Looks like
We'd have to go in and see it.
This probably belongs to
Yes,
the
this was the
director.
termite mound place.
Okay.
And there's a hologram.
It's been literally so long since we've done that one.
It's been an entire year.
Chairs?
You know, the folding ones that say director on the back? I've always wanted to sit in one and say stuff like action or cut or double decaf soy chai latte now.
You really think that's what we're gonna find?
Yeah. We're on a movie set, aren't we?
Well, there could be anything in there, so no, not really.
Yeah, what if Zero Senior was in there waiting for us?
That would make things easy. We'd settle things right now, then get the hell out.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna open it.
You don't need to keep asking me if...
Wasn't asking.
You didn't even do a countdown. Good job, Sigma.
Okay, yes, this was it. Yeah, the minute I saw the letters painted on the wall, I was like, uh-huh. Huh.
No one here.
The computer's been turned on.
Yeah, maybe Dio and Kay did that.
What the hell is this?
A lion?
It's biting.
A sun?
It has a couple input fields for a user ID and a password.
Well, we can't use that unless we know what those are.
Why don't you put something in?
Sure, I'll give it a shot. Yeah, just as I thought. Might as well forget about this thing for now. Can't get anywhere without a password. See if we can find any other clues. This is the director's office after all. If we turn the place upside down, we gotta find something. Shall we?
Vi turned and headed off toward a bookshelf, leaving me alone next to the desk. I felt compelled to stay and found myself staring at the screen. A lion biting the sun. A lion biting the sun. Memento mori if the ninth lion ate the sun. Remember death if the ninth lion ate the sun. Could this be the ninth lion?
Oh my god.
Then maybe. Me squinting.
Remember death. Remember death.
Remember death.
Memento mori.
Memento mori.
Remember death. That's not a death.
Oh, hey, that's a different Dio death.
We've seen that one, right? Isn't that where
Yes,
he...
we have.
That was the Kay killed him death.
Oh shit, have we seen all of the deaths in the game?
We've seen quite a few.
We've seen a lot of
I think
them.
we've seen all those, yeah.
Psyche lock unlock.
All right, Mac, what's the password?
Oh fuck, no! I don't remember!
Just, it's fill in the ID and password. It's simple.
Why are you asking me to remember? I forget!
Should we check our brain memory? Ah, shoot, there's nothing useful in here.
Well, might have to just go on gut instinct.
I really have nothing here.
Honestly, I am kind of... I have a few things that I would guess, but I don't think any of them is actually the right answer. I truly do not remember.
Jacqueline, you're our only hope.
Here's what I'll say. I'm pointing at this and unpeeling it from the game screen and showing you that it is a Psyche lock under a different name. I don't think you have what it takes to progress at this point.
Why the fuck is it letting us then?
You know, what if you got it? I don't know. I think you don't have the information yet.
Then why is it letting us? It was no good. I didn't know anything. That's true. Still, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd seen the ID and password somewhere before. Are you sure? Like, dog!
Did we see
Pretty
this
darn
in one of our
sure.
rounds that I'm forgetting?
We didn't unlock this. We didn't unlock that in the We didn't unlock that in that one ending, right?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure we don't have this yet. If anyone's in chat and is like, "Hey, you're wrong," then let me know. But I'm pretty sure we just don't have it.
Well, so we have
I'll even double check on the internet.
I was gonna say you should double check. If the answer is we don't have it, then we don't have it. But it really feels like we should, or else it wouldn't have unlocked.
Right,
my character says you have the password only, so we just don't have it all.
Okay.
Do we remember where the fucking password was? I would love to know which route that was hiding in.
No. I'll look into it. I'll do some research.
Yeah, you do some research. All right. See, we don't have very many places left to go.
We really don't.
Like, I'm pretty sure betraying here is a dead end. We can try it if you want.
I don't really want to. We should go to... Hold on a second. Can we go to... Okay, go over to the third branch.
Yep.
Left tree.
All right, left tree.
Left tree to the blue room. To the blue door and then past. There.
Oh yeah, so this is one where we managed to get both.
Wait, hold on. No. Hold on. Pause. I think. Yes, okay, so my knee jerk was correct. Literally 3 weeks ago when we finished this, I said, note to self, I think I'm finally ready for the splitting the antiviral route when we get back. So that one right there, that's where I want to go.
Awesome.
All right, Carrick says we have the password from the K ending.
Yeah, I remember this password. It's Milkavoli.
Shit. Why?
I don't know, but I think Kay said it to us or something.
Okay. Yes, he did. He said it as he was dying. Okay, I want to go to the route of there isn't enough antiviral medication.
All right. So, jumping way back, this was
that's an Alice.
Yep, Alice. We were betrayed by Alice.
Yes.
And then we did the garden.
Yes, and then
Alice got sick alongside Quark. But
yes,
we managed
and they are both.
But I found her in the garden unconscious, and managed to bring her back. But we only had one dose of the antiviral.
Yes, which I have been putting this off since we did it.
This was one of the first locks we hit.
Yeah, it was one of them. Yes. And we unlocked this pretty quickly also. And I just said, no, I don't want to do this right now.
Actually,
All
now
right,
might be a good time to take a 5-minute break.
Sure.
All right, we'll be back in 5. Sorry for all of our confusion there. It's tough when you're playing this game over such a long period of time. And just like that, we're back in it. So he got too stressed out looking at a username and password field, and so he closed his eyes and he opened his eyes. And we're here. Mm-hmm. I think 2 of your characters are unconscious right now. Yeah. What did it say? Hey, I'm alive again. Awesome. I don't think game sound was off, Seraph. I think that scene was just no background music. Let me know if you can hear it now. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, it is still off. That's on me. Yep, I unmuted the wrong thing. Alright. So they couldn't hear your beautiful voices either. They could just hear me munching on chips.
Oh my god.
You're welcome, chat. Alright. Okay, well, you need to... Let's see. We need to hear this.
We've heard this before, actually.
Yeah, we've been through this. Alice also has Radical 6.
Oh no. No. What's going to happen to her?
Well, like I said before, there's only one way to cure Radical 6. There's a special antiviral treatment. Do you know what immunoglobulin is? Immunogoblin? It's another name for antibodies. Some people have antibodies that can fight off Radical 6. Those antibodies are the basis for Excelivir.
Wait, what about those pods in the treatment center? Can't we just stick them in those?
Right. I thought of that too, so I went and took a closer look at them. Unfortunately,
They can't cure it.
That's right. They can't. That's right, Sigma. They can't cure it. They can suppress the symptoms for a while, but they can't kill the virus itself.
Yeah, that Sigma guy sure loves talking over women, huh?
The only way we can help Alice and Quark is if we can find some Excelivir. That Sigma guy's a real misogynist.
Yeah, can
That
you
was
believe it?
Sigma's line. I don't know what the fuck y'all are talking about.
No, it was Sigma's line. I
It
just
was great.
accidentally said it at the same time. It was entirely my fault. But in the lore, Sigma's the misogynist. And
Yeah.
Well, yes, 24 Sigma moments do seem to indicate that Sigma is a misogynist.
But the pods will keep them from getting worse, at least, right? So what are we waiting for? Someone grab Alice. We're going to the treatment center.
As he spoke, Tenmyoji moved over to Quark and lifted his small, unconscious body off the bed. Quark shifted slightly as Tenmyoji moved him, and something fell out of his pocket with a soft clink. I bent down slowly and picked it up. Is this medicine? What?
What is it? What did you find?
Hold on. There's a name on the label here.
Excelivir. You found it, Sigma. That's the one thing that can cure Radical 6. Why did Quark have it?
Perhaps he found it earlier.
PB, if you said this the K line, I did not hear it.
Perhaps he found it earlier.
Earlier when?
We explored the laboratory. It was on the other side of the red door. I happened to notice Quark putting something in his pocket.
He hid it?
Whether or not that was his intent is unclear. I did not have the opportunity to ask as he collapsed immediately afterwards. It didn't feel appropriate to go digging around in his pockets for it after that. To be honest, it had also slipped my mind. We were rather preoccupied with getting him to the infirmary as quickly as possible. Who cares about the details? We have it! Hurry up and give it to him, Luna!
Hey, hold on a minute. What about Alice?
Does that matter? It doesn't matter if she goes first or not, come on. We got a little kid who's sick here.
I'm sorry, but I don't think we can do that.
What?
There's only enough here for one person. The only way we have to administer this is with the injection gun. And the way that functions, it uses a whole bottle each time you pull the trigger. In other words, we can't split the dose in two or something. Right.
While we all stood stunned, Fi moved. Stepping over to Quark, she quickly ran her hands through his clothes, then stepped back with a frown and a small shake of her head.
Nothing. That one bottle was it.
Do you think there might be some more back in the laboratory?
No, unfortunately not.
No.
Oh, God. Just enough medicine for one dose.
Only one person can be saved.
Who should we give it to?
Alice? Or Quark?
What the hell is this? There's no way we're only going to save one of them.
Then what are we gonna do, Sigma? Unless you have some sort of magical chemical duplication thingamajig.
Do I have to spell it out? We're going to save them both.
How?
That's... I needed to calm down. Think. There had to be some way to save both of them. It was there, I knew it. Immunoglobulin.
You know what immunoglobulin is? It's another name for antibodies. Some people have antibodies against Article 6.
IG replicator. Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff. So it's like a copy machine. Yeah. Probably copies IG, whatever that is. Any ideas? Who knows? Ice cream by the gallon?
think it was Mind Palace is a thing of beauty to see it work.
It's great. That's it! I've got it. The IG replicator in the laboratory. It's an immunoglobulin... Yeah, that. Replication machine.
A what?
It can copy immunoglobulin. Antibodies. Luna just said Excelivir is made from antibodies. That means we can make more Excelivir.
Hold on a moment. There was a strange device labeled IG replicator. Clover and I looked at it and couldn't figure out what the fuck it did.
Yeah. We never could figure out what it did, though. I know that Kay just said that, but...
How do you know about it, Sigma?
I saw it when I was in the laboratory.
Plumbo, the Sigma moments is for the entire playthrough. We actually have not yet had any this stream. Honestly, our boys
hasn't been hard yet, actually.
Yeah, our boys been doing pretty good. It was 1 or 2 streams ago where we had a real rough one.
We had like 4!
Because it was by far his worst scene.
Oh, yeah.
It was the one with both Clover and Luna, I want to say.
And the less we reflect on that, the better.
Yeah, let's not talk about it. Sigma voice, when did I see it?
When did you go to the laboratory?
Probably when you're looking for Alice, right?
Wow, Dio really just gave us an L! Thanks, Dio! Dio was wrong. I hadn't gone to the laboratory when I was looking for Alice. I didn't think I'd ever been to the laboratory. So how did I know about the IG replicator? The egg replicator, even.
If what he's saying is true, then we should be able to duplicate the Accelavir. That would mean we could cure Alice and Quark.
Well, let's go have a look-see. The laboratory, right? Yep. No time like to waste.
We all nodded. Wait, we can't leave them here all alone. Luna, do you think you could stay behind and look after them?
Oh, of course. I'd be happy to.
Alright then, let's go.
Sigma, do you think it's smart to not take the one person who has medical knowledge?
I was literally just thinking that! Why did he leave her there?
I would say, like, Clover and Tenmyoji, go stay with your peoples. I don't think we need 6 of us to operate a machine. Yeah, I don't know if I trust another singular person with both unconscious people, but Tenmyoji and Clover, I think I'd feel pretty safe.
Yeah.
So this is the lab, huh? Yes. Where's this Instagram replicator thingamajig?
Right here. See?
Okay, so this can copy the Accelavir.
I think so. What are we waiting for? Calm down, alright?
That's a good point, Adam Niels. 6 people with 1 brain cell apiece means 6 brain cells, which we're gonna need all of them.
Don't rush me. I carefully lowered the small vial Accelavir into the slot on the side of the machine. Empty vial already protruded from the other side. Presumably that was where the duplicated Accelavir would go. Ready? I push this button, it should.
Skip it. Just press the damn thing.
Right. And pressed. The sound effects are really good here.
Yeah.
Did it work?
Have a look. The empty vial has something in it now.
And the vial Sigma used remains as it was. It does not seem to have lost any of its contents.
So it worked.
Would have been pretty bad if it hadn't.
Alright, let's get this thing back to the infirmary. I reached down and pulled both vials from the machine, intending to slip them deftly into my pocket.
Gosh.
Ah, shit.
What happened?
Sorry. My hand slipped. You dropped one of them?!
Oh,
Just one, though.
Sigma.
The hell? What if you'd broken it, you idiot?
Come on. If it'd broken, then we could have just made another copy. Before Tenmyoji could reply, Phi spoke.
Guys?
I was surprised to hear her voice coming from near my feet. I looked down to see her staring intently at something. Oh, we found another bomb! Awesome!
Oh my god.
Awesome! Great timing.
See? It did break. No, the vial's fine. See?
She held it up in one hand but didn't move her eyes.
Then what the heck is going on down there?
Take a look, French fry fingers.
She slid back from the table quickly and silently. The rest of us bent down to look. Hey, there's the number 2 bomb!
What the hell? A bomb
A
in
bomb?
here?
Bomb.
Whoa, what? Really? Oh, that makes 2 bombs then.
Yes, Kay was right after all.
So there were more bombs.
So it would seem. Was this here when you guys came through the first time? No, it was not.
Yeah, I didn't see anything, and I looked real hard.
Then somebody must have set it while we were looking for Alice.
Who the hell would do that?
We were all out looking for Alice. It could have been any one of us.
No, not any of us. I was in the infirmary the whole time.
So we shouldn't consider you a suspect.
Yep, Quark's off the list too. But, Tenmyoji, you have no proof you spent the entire time in the infirmary, do you? What? You could have quietly made your way to the laboratory and planted the bomb. That's insane! Listen to yourself. There's no way in hell I'd have left Quark all by himself to go plant a goddamn bomb.
Tenmyoji was still staring furiously at Kay when Clover spoke up. Hey, what's this thing? I turned in time to see her grab something from under the table.
Looks like a memory card.
Whoa.
Right under the bomb. It was down on the floor under the table.
Could it have been put here by the same person who set the bomb? There was nothing like it when he examined the room.
Do you think they dropped it accidentally?
Unless it was left here intentionally, yes, I imagine so. What do you think's on it?
Let's take a look. Could I see it for a minute? Yeah, I guess so. I plucked the card out of her hand and looked around the room. Nothing. Shoot. No dice. Need to plug it into something that can read memory cards, but I don't see anything here. So what do we do? Come on, if I knew, I'd be doing it.
Ten minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline is passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally. Guys, I think maybe we should get back to the top floor.
Yeah, you're right. We got what we came here for. What do we do with the, say, bomb?
Not much we can do except leave it here. Alice said it'd be dangerous to touch him.
True, but... Drop it. We can talk about bombs later. Right now we need to take care of Alice and Quark.
Right. So we'll go back to the infirmary, give them the Accelavir, then head to the floor A warehouse. Right!
This ought to do it. I think it might take a little while, but they should recover.
Her voice was quiet as she backed away from Alice and Quark. In her hand was the injection gun. She carefully removed the empty vial and placed it gently in the cabinet with the other one. And if somebody else gets Radical 6, we are all fucked.
Yeah, we really should have made one more copy so we could make more copies if we needed to, guys.
But hey, it's fine. While we were in the laboratory, Luna had moved Quark to a crude cot. They both looked peaceful as they slept. The madness I'd seen on their faces before was completely gone.
Are they really gonna be okay?
Yes. The analysis I did on the vials confirmed that the duplicate was real Accelavir. The original was genuine too, of course. Now that they've been treated...
It's only a matter of time before the virus is eliminated.
I believe so, yes.
Oh man, what a relief. I was really worried. Clover grinned. Agreed. I gave her a reassuring pat on the back.
5 minutes remain until Embedex game polling closes.
That all took 5 minutes is unreal.
Alright, everybody. We can be relieved later. Right now we need to go do our voting.
Damn. Don't even have time to catch our breath.
Shut up, Dio, and Pokemon go to the polls.
Come on, let's go. The Floor A warehouse is waiting.
You probably are like...
I don't even remember who we were with in this one.
Oh no, it's been a while.
It's been so long. I really forgot who our partner was.
I've entirely forgotten how everyone was paired up too. It really makes you appreciate like how hard the process of writing this must have been to track how you split up everyone for every single thing.
Uh-huh.
And make the plots work. It's really like an impressive feat of like storytelling and like story management.
Yeah, it's incredible. Huh? Where's Tenmyoji?
Oh, he stayed back in the infirmary.
What?
Why?
Well, when we were all heading out, I noticed he wasn't doing anything. So I asked him if he was coming with us. And this is what I got.
I'm still worried about them kids. I'll stick around and make sure they're okay. I see. That means Phi's only opponent will be Dio.
1-on-1, huh?
Ugh.
That's cool. Nothing to worry about. I plan to choose Ally. You know why?
Because I've only got one BP.
Exactly. You choose Ally and it betrayed you, your BP would drop below 0, and well, we know what happens then. I want to win, but not that desperate.
You sure about that? You killed an old lady in cold blood, Dio.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying,
We don't
right?
know about that in this timeline.
I know we don't. That's why I'm saying it in Junpei's voice.
Tenmyoji and Dio are a pair. Tenmyoji only had one BP left. Since Dio said he's going to pick Ally, Phi can't really pick anything else. If she does, Tenmyoji will... Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Kay and I are going to be going 1-on-1 too, right? Since Quark's still sleeping.
That is correct.
How many BP do you guys have? I've got 6.
As do I.
This'll be a tough one then.
If one of them can get the other to ally and then betray that person, the betrayer will have 9 points.
Look, Kay, I know you don't really have any reason to trust me, but...
I know. You would like us to both vote ally, yes?
Yeah.
I agree. If we were to both betray, then we would gain no points. We would lose nothing either, but that's hardly relevant. If both of us cooperate, we would gain 2 points, which is far more beneficial.
Right. Okay, good. Really gonna do it, right?
Yes.
Promise?
Yes. I'm so trustworthy.
1 minute remains until Embedex game polling closes. Ah, shit, this is bad. We need to move now.
Indeed. Shall we?
DOK, Phi, and Clover all took off immediately, heading into different AB rooms. Counting from the left, Dio went into room 3, Kay went into room 4, and Phi and Clover went into rooms 5 and 6, respectively. That left Luna and myself. What do you think about taking the one on the far left?
Sounds good.
With that settled, we headed into AB room number 1.
I guess we're playing
Wait,
against...
we were with Luna on this one?
Yeah.
I think we're with Alice and Luna, yeah.
Holy shit, I forgot that. Okay, we're at 1.
Uh-huh.
30 seconds remain until Embedded Game polling closes.
If we're with Luna... Okay,
Mhm.
let's do the dialogue, actually.
Yeah.
It's probably a little late to say this, but you know Alice is still in the infirmary. So,
You're saying we should pick Ally, right? Since Alice is going to default to that anyway.
yes.
I know. It's not really fair to betray someone who isn't voting. Luna's face broke into a warm, happy smile. Not to be Aw, we're getting this dialogue again. Awesome.
Yay.
I love this dialogue. Not to be sappy, but it was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day.
Yeah, thank goodness for Luna.
I love Luna,
Yeah.
actually.
She's so good.
I grinned back at her before I knew what I was doing. For a moment, the nonary game didn't seem so scary. We're definitely going to ally, I think.
10 seconds remain until Embedded Game polling closes.
Are you sure we're here because Alice betrayed us?
No, we're gonna ally.
Okay.
6,
You're right, we can't dissipate
5,
Luna.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Ally?
Ally.
Ally. Round 2 of the Embedded game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Embedded gates now opening.
Luna and I stepped out of the AB room. Alright, let's go have a look at the results. I'm pretty sure this also happened last time.
Mm-hmm.
We were with Luna and Alice. Literally on the last route.
Mhm.
That's fucked up.
Results from round 2 of the Embedded game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Ha!
Oh my god. Huh.
Now, how did she do that?
Now wait just a second here.
Now, hold on a second. How did that
Just a
happen?
hot second.
Now, if I may, points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
Uh-oh.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Who the fuck? Okay. Alright, sure. I guess we have to go back and betray her. Huh? It wasn't possible. I blinked, rubbed my eyes, and looked again. No. That's not possible. How can Alice's vote be betray? It was a question I would never know the answer to. I had a thought. You know, it's funny. I had a hunch that might happen, and I wanted to do it anyway.
Ally had been correct too many times in our playthrough. We had to have a few more times where betray's correct.
It's true. Neil's just laughing in chat. It's really funny.
And to be honest, it had to be Alice.
Yeah.
It had to be Alice.
Sigma, hang on.
Oh no. Sigma, get up.
Sigma.
No. Why?
My eyelids felt like they were made of lead, but I forced them open. Everything was growing blurry, but I noticed the door of the second AB room was open. No one had gone into that room. I'd watched them all And yet there she stood, apparition that couldn't possibly be real. Alice? The world was gradually going black, and my mouth refused to form words, but my head echoed with questions. How? What was she doing there? Had she run in the last moment after Luna and I entered our room? But even if she had, why choose betray? Then the darkness closed over my mind as well, and my questions were gone forever.
Damn.
Awesome. All right, I guess we go betray her then.
Mm-hmm.
That whips ass. Here's the thing about the Alice roots, right? All of the Alice roots have just been so fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just in terms of, like, the way that the choices change based on what you pick. Like, awesome. I guess because in these routes you don't have Quark's life on the line.
Mm-hmm.
And also we
Yeah,
don't
the
know
Alice
that
roots are unhinged affectionate is the correct way to put it, Niels.
we also haven't been even thrown further into what the fuck is going on with the dead woman. Since we didn't find her.
That's true.
I'm sorry, Luna. I know you're gonna be mad.
It's fine. Sarah, luckily I write down all my questions so they don't fade out along the way.
Mm-hmm. You just have to write them out onto the morphogenetic field.
Or onto your thigh in blood.
Mm.
Why? What happened to... It's not fair to betray someone who isn't voting. I thought...
There was nothing I could think of to say. Even I didn't really understand why I'd picked betray instead. It had almost felt unconscious, like some other part of my mind was making the decision. Yes! Make the player diegetic! Perhaps I'd been possessed by some sort of evil spirit that had moved my finger to the betray button against my will. I'm trying to save your life, asshole! Well, we should go see the results.
Really? We already know what they are. It's just simple math.
The look in her eyes was more painful than any punch I'd ever taken. Sarah, my most pertinent question. Fi, do you think I'm old?
Yes, obviously, dumbass.
I turned away and almost ran towards the projector. Anything to get away from those eyes. Betray, betray. Betray, betray. Betray, betray.
Successful block. And nothing of progress.
Blocks on all fronts.
Nothing of significance has happened.
Mm-hmm. Except
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Updated.
Lol.
What? Wasn't possible. I blinked, rubbed my eyes, and looked again. No. How can Alice's vote be betray? That's not possible. And there she is. Alice? She was standing inside the second room from the left. The room that should have been empty. Why? My mind was still reeling. Where had she come from? As I was trying to form a sentence, she began to move toward us. From around me, I heard a chorus of muted gasps. It seemed we were united in our surprise and confusion. Alice drew to a stop in front of me and glanced up at the display.
Thought you got an easy couple points, huh? Not so easy when you have to look your victim in the eye, is it? Coward.
Me, a coward? You've got some balls saying that to me after you picked betray. Why are you even here?
You gave me the antivirus, didn't you? Tenmyoji told me. Thank you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, honestly.
But
you
you
should
should
go
still
ahead,
be under
yeah.
the effects of the anesthetic.
Yes, well, I still am. A bit. I have a throbbing headache and I barely stand. It's horrible.
Yeah, Alice, this would cut a lot harder if you hadn't just killed us in another timeline.
Legitimately.
I'm more resistant to anesthetics than most people. A result of my training. I have a feeling Zero Senior knew that. They gave me way more than the standard dose of that gas when they kidnapped me.
How awkward is that other timeline right now?
Legit.
Way up.
I wonder if someone's written the fic of the aftermath of that.
Guys.
I'm not gonna go looking for it.
While I was in there, I'm still kind of under the effects of the soap for a little bit. Ooh, my bad, Siggy.
In any event, a few minutes ago I woke up in the infirmary. Tenmyoji explained what was going on, and I got here as fast as I could.
So you showed up right after we'd gone into the AB room?
Yes. Right in the nick of time, too. About 10 seconds before the deadline, as I recall.
You did that just so you could betray us.
Right. What, don't I get to do that? I mean, it turned out to be the right thing to do, didn't it? You two chose betray. If I'd stayed back there, I'd have lost 2 points.
So you're saying it was self-defense?
Yes.
You're full of shit. Self-defense my ass. You chose betray because you wanted out.
Good news, Mac. There is an extensive 5 POV fic. Apparently.
Yay!
Don't know if
Incredible.
It has this. Thank you.
Awesome! I can't wait. I'm being very, very good. The other thing is that, like...
that probably there's not a lot of VLR fics you can read until we play through Zero Time Dilemma.
Until after, yeah, Zero Time Dilemma. I know. I'm saying I'm being very good. Even when I went and I read 999 fic, like, I was very careful to not see any VLR
That one is secret,
spoilers.
because, 999 is a little bit more separate than the
Yes.
second and third one.
Mm-hmm.
You had 6 BP. If I'd picked Ally, you would have had 9. That's what you were trying to do, right?
So what if I was?
Are you serious? You would have killed me. And in fact, you did in another timeline. Look.
And it would also entirely be your fault that we're dead, because you betrayed us the first time, too.
I only have 1 BP. You were this close, my fingers are touching, to murdering me. Just admit it. You were planning to kill me so you could escape.
Don't be stupid. I knew you'd choose betray. There was...
Tell the truth.
That is the truth. Why am I the only one getting the 3rd degree here? Look at those results. 2 other people just tried to kill someone. Yes. If Dio had chosen ally, Fi would have killed Tenmyoji. And if she chose an ally, Dio would have killed her.
I don't want to be rude, but it looks like Clover and Kay tried to trick one another. Not that it seems to have worked. If either one had chosen ally, the other one would have 9 BP right now. Okay, we're all assholes. I turned to look at the results again. Before, I'd only been looking at my own. I hadn't realized there was only one word all across the roster. Betray. Whatever trust we'd managed to build had fallen apart.
Yeah, Fi's act was very clearly self-defense.
But yeah, Fi's act is self-defense. Clover and Kay are playing some kind of game. Had it been the bomb? Or had it been something else? Whatever the reason, if it kept up, we'd never manage to escape. We'd be trapped in a cycle of 0-point rounds for the rest of our lives. Something had to be done. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. Alright guys, pay attention. You've probably all figured this out, but we can't keep going like this. If we don't start being a little more trusting, we're never going to get out of here. We need to work together. I might as well have been talking to a wall.
My apologies, Sigma, but I need to think on something for a bit. Please leave me the fuck alone.
Okay.
I'll be leaving too. Things are getting a little too intense here for my delicate constitution.
Dio, you killed someone!
Sorry.
Well, in that case...
A25.
Yeah, sorry, bud.
Without another word, she turned and left the warehouse. Dio and Kay quickly followed suit.
See? There's your answer. In the end, everyone's just thinking about themselves. So I would appreciate it if you could not treat me like I'm the only villain here. Come on, Clover. Let's go.
Hold on, I'm coming. Are you feeling okay? I was really worried, you know. I watched them walk away, Clover practically jumping with delight to have Alice back. For long, they reached the yellow door and disappeared beyond it. Honestly, Jacqueline, maybe you should take Luna back.
Everyone's gone.
You aren't going to leave too?
No.
Are you sure? I chose Betray.
I know. But I still believe in you, Sigma.
Wow, okay!
I think your hand must have just slipped or something. Right?
My chest hurt, and when I blinked, I felt something hot and wet prick the corners of my eyes.
Mm.
Luna, I bit my lip. Before I could think of anything to say, the metallic rumble of the doors closing echoed through the warehouse.
Man. The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the star round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
As many times as we want, huh?
Yes, as long as we have the star keys. That means we can keep playing the AB game over and over too. Sigma, could you show me your bracelet?
Why?
Do you remember what Zero Jr. said? As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Yeah, I remember. Let's see here. Cyan pair. What about you?
I'm a magenta pair.
I wonder what the others are.
They could be anything, I suppose. We won't know until we have a look.
We've got about 80 minutes until the next set of chromatic doors open. So, what should we do now?
Everyone else has gone off on their own.
Yeah. Physically and emotionally. I really don't like how this is going. Won't matter how many times we repeat the AB game if nobody trusts anybody else. We'll never be able to get out of here.
Maybe it would have if we all had a common goal. Something to unite our hearts and minds.
Yeah, but we've already got something like that. We all want to get out of here. That seems like a pretty clear goal to me, but everybody chose Betray. Including me.
Well, what if we have an enemy?
I vote that the common goal be hunt Dio for support. I second that, Niels.
Yep.
I do. An enemy? You mean like Dio?
Yes, a common foe, like Dio. Like the person who set the bombs, for instance.
After coming back from the lab, I told her about the bomb while she gave Alice and Quark the Accelavir. That might work. We can figure out which one of us planted those bombs, and everyone else would work together against them.
Right.
But how do we figure out who it is?
Well, do we have any clues?
Clues, huh? That's right, the memory card. I pulled it out of my pocket and held it out toward her.
What's this?
I told you, a memory card. It was under the bomb we found in the lab. I think whoever set the bomb dropped it.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what's on it, though. We couldn't find any kind of memory card reader.
Oh. I guess we can't really use it then. Oh, wait a second. You know what? I think I might have seen something.
Huh?
Yes, I remember. The infirmary. I saw it when I was searching the infirmary with Dio and Quark. There is a memory card just like that one.
Then...
Yes, I think we can see what's on it. The computer there should be able to read it.
Luna and I exploded into the infirmary, nearly running into Alice, Clover, and Tenmyoji. Quark was there as well, of course, but he was just as we left him, asleep on the bed.
What are you doing here?
I opened my mouth to retort, then thought better of it. If I really wanted people to start trusting each other, well, real change starts at home. As quickly as I could, I explained the second bomb in the memory card and how we'd come to the infirmary in hopes that we could discover the contents of the letter.
Okay.
Then stick it in already!
Go ahead.
Right. Just as Luna had said, there was a small slot under the screen, exactly the right size to fit a memory card.
You can tell that Sigma's serious now because he dodged the most obvious "that's what she said."
He really did! He really did! I'm very proud of him.
Yeah.
Within
Our
moments,
boy's
the
growing
screen
up.
was filled with what appeared to be random letters. What is this?
Maybe a word search of some sort? What do I see in here? I'm not finding anything.
It looks like the odd rows use one set of letters and the even rows use another set.
In other words, the first two rows just repeat.
Yeah. Is this some kind of code or something? Sure looks like it to me.
Doesn't look random to me. I think there's a pattern, but I don't know what it is.
Was there anything else on there?
No, it doesn't look like it.
So all we get is this gibberish. Hey, Alice, you haven't said anything for a while. What's up?
First word you see is what your 2025 is going to be like.
Racks.
I saw owner.
I keep seeing words that aren't actually there. Like, I thought I saw QOL, quality of life, but that is not actually there. Anyway. What's up, Alice?
Does any of this look familiar to you, Clover?
What do you mean?
Have you seen something like this before? Maybe during your training?
Training. Ah! This is
So you do recognize it.
You know what? It's not following regular word search rules, but I see love spelled out on the edge. So I'm just gonna go nice and happy and warm there. Sylvie sees toe. Good for you, Sylvie. Alright, knock it off, you two. Share with the rest of the class.
Alice sighed and stretched her neck from side to side.
I believe this is an encoded message from a terrorist organization. What? They call themselves the Myrmidons.
Myrmidons? For some reason, I felt like I'd heard that name before. Yeah, I wonder why, dipshit!
Must have been
What
the
are the
wind.
Myrmidons? Put simply, they're a bunch of thugs who are trying to destroy or dismantle most of human civilization.
So this thing we're looking at, is theirs?
Well, they have a number of different codes, but I do think this is one of them.
Then the bomb?
It was set by one of the Myrmidons, wasn't it? Yes. Well, I can't say for sure, of course, but it seems likely.
Okay, I have a ton of questions for you, but let me start with this one. What the heck does that thing say?
I don't know.
What?
How am I supposed to decode it? I don't have the key. Without a key, it would take literally hundreds of years to decode.
What about you, Clover? You got hundreds of years in there?
Well, if Alice doesn't know how, I sure don't.
Oh, damn it.
Wait, we got the key. We got the key from Dio.
We got a key at least.
Yeah, we did. We got a key. Well, we can come back to that code stuff later. I've got another question. Who the fuck are you? Why do you know about this code?
That's...
You told me your job was to eliminate enemies of the state or something like that. Just what the hell kind of a job is that? I think it's time you told us what you do.
Sorry, but I can't.
Why not?
Because you might be one of them. You might be the person who set the bomb.
That's stupid. Of course I'm not.
Really? And where's your proof? For all I know, you're my enemy. I can't tell you anything.
I'm not your enemy. I'm your ally. I'm your friend. I just want all of us to get out of here. Just please tell us. Please. We need to find out who did this so we can all escape. But we have too little information. We need your help. Fine, if you won't tell us about yourself, then just tell us about the Myrmidons. What else do you know about them?
I'm sorry.
Before I could blink, she'd leapt up and run out of the room. Wait, Alice! Shit. I took off after her.
How long are you going to keep following me?
Until you tell me what you know.
Then why don't you just ask Clover?
Clover?
You already know she works with me.
Well, yeah.
Then why don't you...
I wanted to hear it from you.
Why?
That's a good question. Remember the crew quarters, or this garden? Got paired up for 2 separate rounds. Means I've spent more time with you than anybody else here. Maybe that's it. I guess I'm just curious about you.
What are you talking about?
I love this pose, holy shit! She spun around to hide it, but I caught a blush of red on her cheeks. We walked down the path to where it ended next to the pond. Damn, Sigma, you take all the girls here? Like, literally!
Uh-huh.
I stayed silent. Alice sat down on One of the benches. We gazed at the smooth surface of the pond for several long minutes before she began to speak.
You don't hate me?
Why?
I tried to kill you.
I'm just curious about you. What are you talking about? Well, for one thing, you're not wearing a shirt, and I just want to know what the fuck is up with that. That's the version of the scene if it had a Sigma moment.
You mean in the AB game?
Yes. I was so scared. Who wouldn't be? Kidnapped and locked up, forced to play some sort of bizarre game. And then we found that bomb. I know I probably sounded calm, but as soon as we found that thing, all I wanted to do was run away from it as fast as I could. Things just went downhill from there.
What do you mean?
I remember hearing that Quark had collapsed and running to the infirmary with everyone else. When I got there, I realized I couldn't understand what anyone was saying. And everything looked... I don't know how to describe it. It was like watching a video on fast forward, only it was real. Then I started to feel like... It's hard to explain. I guess you could say I didn't feel like I was myself, and it only got worse.
That was probably the Radical 6.
Yes, I think so. I don't remember much after that. But when I woke up in the infirmary, suddenly all that fear was back. So all I could think about was getting out of this place as fast as I could. It never even crossed my mind that it could kill you.
There's a really weird facial expression modeling thing happening here.
Yeah, we caught
and
a
it's
picture,
distracting me
we
from the
took a picture
poignancy of the
her when
moment.
Her mouth was like open, and she's also doing like a bit of kitty cat claws there.
Yeah, like it's really like, you know, like nya.
Yeah, she's
It's a
doing
little
a
nya.
nya.
It's a little nya.
You ever feel a little nya?
It's distracting me. I'm sorry.
Well, let me grab a screenshot of this because it's clearly a memorable pose.
I'm just gonna put my hand over her face until she moves.
God help me, even if it had, I don't think I would have cared. See? I'm horrible. You hate me, don't you? Just do it.
This would work better, Alice, if you're doing the Luna pose.
I literally just said you were my friend, Alice. Do what?
Kill me. Get it over with.
What the hell, Alice? I'm not going to kill you. I don't even hate you.
You're lying. I could have killed you. I would have killed you.
Come on, calm down. No one's killing anyone, except maybe Dio. That guy kind of sucks.
Yeah, he fucking sucks, doesn't he? Alright, I'm changing my pose now.
A single tear rolled down Alice's cheek. Then another and another, leaving shining lines across her face. When I reached out, I saw her tense just slightly. Slowly, I brushed my thumb across her cheek and off, taking her tears with it.
There's the Sigma Riz.
Why are you doing this? You know, you kind of remind me of my father.
Fucked up thing to say, Alex! Holy shit! Okay! That's who you were after, right? The people who killed your dad?
Yes.
Did they have anything to do with the Myrmidons?
Will you promise not to tell Clover that I cried?
Come on.
If you keep your mouth shut, I'll tell you what you want to know. About myself and about the Myrmidons. Deal?
Sure. My lips are sealed.
Really?
What crying? I don't remember any crying.
Good. Alright then.
Alice took a deep breath and began. Are you up for a big monologue, Jacqueline, or do you want me to
Oh,
do
you
it?
know it.
Okay.
My father is Egyptian, but my mother is French. They met while my mother was in Egypt on vacation and married shortly thereafter. When I was 3, we all moved to the US. My father was a scientist and his field was cloning. He was recruited by an American lab, which was why we moved. Both my parents had used English around me from the time I was born, so I didn't have any problems adapting to life in the United States. By my 9th birthday, we'd been there for 6 years. that was when it happened. In the middle of the day, my mother showed up at school.
Wow, 9s, huh?
Her eyes were red and puffy, but she didn't say anything to me on the drive home. When we arrived, there were several policemen there to meet us. My father had always been a very punctual man, and when dinner time came and went with no sign of him, even I began to realize something terrible had happened. It wasn't until several years later that I finally learned the truth. My father's lab had been attacked by terrorists, and he had been kidnapped. For the rest of my childhood, my mother raised me by herself. I didn't realize it then, but it must have been incredibly difficult for her, as a single mother alone in a country where any relatives were a transatlantic flight away. She did her best not to let me see it, but every so often, when she thought she was alone, the mask would fall away, and in every line of her face I could see exhaustion and loneliness. As much as I miss my father, it was those moments that made me wish more than anything that he'd never been taken. Fortunately, I was an excellent student and did especially well in math. I earned a full-ride scholarship straight out of high school and spent the next several years studying. After graduation, I took a job with the Department of Defense, hoping that they might have the resources to let me look for my father. I was immediately assigned to the Special Office of Internal Security. Their purpose is to investigate and sometimes deal with terrorist organizations and other serious threats to the state. I could tell my mother wasn't happy with my decision, but she chose to remain silent about it. Eventually, I learned that the terrorist organization that had taken my father was none other than the Myrmidons, although at the time that name didn't mean anything to me. They were suspected of human cloning. Specifically, it was thought that they had been using cloning techniques to copy their most useful members and expand their ranks. The Myrmidons apparently believed that they could use cloning to create a new race of humans. Now at last, I knew the reason for my father's abduction. The commander of the Myrmidons is a man named Left. We know his name and his gender, but not his appearance or his age. The Myrmidons are closely associated with a cult known as Free the Soul. We believe that Free the Soul provides their funding. But trying to pin any kind of misdeeds on the cult's leader, a man named Brother, is like trying to nail Jell-O to a wall.
Man, I love 20th Century Boys.
Brother is supposed to be fairly advanced in years, and rumors say he's so old he can't even get out of bed. Unfortunately, his mind seems to be as sharp as ever. At that point, I hit a wall. I knew the Myrmidons had been behind my father's kidnapping, but that was all I could learn about them. Then one day, I got a tip that some of them were hiding in a building in the Nevada desert. I headed out immediately. On the way there, my car had some engine troubles and stalled out. I was trying to decide what to do, and an SUV appeared out of nowhere. I'll give you one guess who was behind the steering wheel. Clover. That was the first time we met. There were 4 other people in the car with her, and when I asked them what they were doing, I got what was just about the last answer I'd expected. They told me they'd been locked up inside of the very building I'd been on my way to investigate, and that they were currently in pursuit of the people who had kidnapped them in the first place.
They also had some guy in the trunk, like fucked up, actually.
My priorities shifted very quickly. After a short discussion, I convinced them to allow me to come along. Where did she sit? My hope was to find the people they were chasing, who I was certain were Myrmidons.
What was your question?
Where did she sit? Junpei probably got thrown into the back and she sat in the front. No, wait, Junpei was in the back. Who was in the front seat?
It was Clover driving.
Clover was driving.
I think 7 was next to her. That's my guess.
Are we sure? Or was 7 in the back?
7 could have been in the back.
Lotus might have been in the passenger seat, actually.
7, Lotus, and Light were all there.
Yeah, they were all there. I think Junpei was in the back seat now that I remember.
And we also know that Ace was in the trunk.
And Ace was in the trunk.
Maybe Junpei sat in Snake's lap. In the end, however, we were unable to track them down. In fact, I still don't know where they might have gone. Eventually, I took Clover and her companions to Soy's headquarters. We decided that involving the police would only complicate things. After some questioning, it was determined that the people who had instigated this particular event were not connected to the Myrmidons. We did, however, discover that the mysterious disappearance and subsequent reappearance of several children 9 years prior was connected to Free the Soul.
Oh, are you serious?
There was also a 6th person in the SUV, although they weren't riding in it per se. A middle-aged man, who I'll just call H for now, had been bound and placed in the trunk. According to the other 4, he had been behind the disappearance of the children 9 years earlier. We also learned that his pharmaceutical company, a major player on the world stage, was effectively controlled by Free the Soul.
Okay, I see the joke.
More specifically, I suppose, H was a member of Free the Soul, and very committed to their cause.
Oh my god.
So why had he kidnapped all those children? Apparently, it had been part of an experiment designed to test the ability of certain people to access what's called the morphogenetic field. I don't imagine you've ever heard of it before, so I'll try and give you a quick rundown. Simply put, these people can access a sort of field that allows their consciousness to resonate with the consciousnesses of certain other people. To be honest, it might be simpler to just call it telepathy. The Sois had heard of this particular ability before, and had actually used it in a number of investigations, so I wasn't surprised to learn of its existence. I was shocked, however, to learn that these experiments had been carried out by a member of Free the Soul. If that was the case, then Brother must have known about it. The thought of him discovering a way to control and harness that power was terrifying. It wasn't too long after the incident in Nevada that another tip about the Myrmidons crossed my desk. This time it claimed that the Myrmidons intended to launch a large-scale biological terrorist attack. My bosses decided that we needed more agents to deal with a threat of that magnitude, and Clover was recruited. Because she'd been a test subject in H's experiment, we knew she had the ability to access the morphogenetic field, and we wanted to put that ability to use. After several months of training, she was sent on her first mission. She'd be tasked with the infiltration and investigation of a Myrmidon cloning lab. I was assigned to be her CO. I hoped that our investigation might also give me a lead on my father's whereabouts. At last, I had a chance to find out what had happened to him. I wouldn't let that chance pass me by. Perhaps that was what kept me from noticing the truth. The whole operation was a trap. The lab was fake, and Clover was captured almost immediately. I got there as fast as I could, but when I arrived, the building was only an empty shell. All of the conspirators who had pretended to be researchers and the like had already fled. I searched frantically for Clover until at last in a basement room I found her. She had been tied to a chair, but on the floor next to her was another body. It was my father. He looked as if he'd just been dumped there, and when I got to him, his body was already cold. He was covered in dark, ugly bruises. It wasn't until later that I learned he had died from ruptured organs and internal bleeding. They had beaten him to death. As soon as Clover had been captured, a Myrmidon in a mask had come to visit her. He'd said that unless she wanted to end up like my father, she would leave them alone, and to tell her masters at the Sois to do likewise. In retrospect, they must have known who I was and who my father was. That was why they'd killed him. Perhaps they thought they were sending a message to me, or that once he was gone, I'd lose my reason for chasing them. They were very, very wrong. I took Clover with me and left. I tried to console myself with the fact that I had at least been able to save her. Sometime later, I received a call from the coroner. He told me there was something I needed to see. There in the morgue was my father, cold and pale on a steel table. I could barely stand to look at him, but the coroner insisted. On his arm were 2 rows of numbers comprised of 8s and 9s. It took me a moment to recognize my father's handwriting. He'd carved them into his own skin.
Wow, that's fucked up.
On his chest was another message, but they were letters this time, not numbers. Not many, just enough to make a short sentence. I love you, Alice.
Oh, God!
I broke down crying right there in the morgue. They were the first tears I'd shed since the operation had begun, and there was no stopping them. There would be no forgiveness. Not for the monsters who'd put my father through this. They'd destroyed my family. I would make them pay, even if I had to die to do it. That night, I made a promise to myself. I would avenge my father. It didn't take long to figure out what the numbers he'd written were latitude and longitude. They pointed me to a chemical factory that had been disguised as an abandoned building. Further investigation revealed that it was the mother lode we'd been looking for, the headquarters of the Myrmidons. I think my father must have known how things would turn out. Knowing he was going to die, he'd written the directions to our enemy's fortress on his own body. He'd sacrificed too much for me to waste this opportunity with recklessness. This time, our operation would succeed. This time, I wouldn't let my excitement put Clover or any of my other agents in danger. So we took our time. We gathered information, we did our research, and we planned. Finally, we were ready. December 25th, 2028 was going to be the day we finally set foot inside the Myrmidon stronghold. But then on the 22nd, only 3 days before the operation was scheduled to begin, a man in a gas mask appeared.
So you inhaled that gas, passed out, and woke up here in the AB room.
Yes. Well, there it is. Everything that's happened with the Myrmidons and me. I left a few of the details out, of course, but you get the idea.
I sure do. Thanks. She gave me a sad sort of smile and stood up.
We should go back.
Not yet. Your story explained a lot, but there's still one big question.
Which is...
Who here is a Myrmidon? One of us planted the bombs. And based off the code we found, it's pretty clear that person is a Myrmidon. Right?
Yes.
And I agree that we need to figure out who they are.
What do you propose we do?
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you about. Do you have any clues?
Clues? Well, if I could decrypt that code, it might tell us something, but...
How can we do that?
I told you. We need a key. Without that, it's pointless.
What's a key?
A key is a key. It allows you to sort of unlock a code. Myrmidons usually use this huge string of numbers as a key.
Wait, a long string of numbers. Could that be... Yeah. 7815361098838094241990551.
What the hell?
I was almost as surprised as she was. Yeah, I'm fucking back, Sigma! You just pulled a 25-digit number out of thin air!
Let's go!
He's got a really good memory, okay?
The brain memory.
He's got a fucking insane memory. Alice looked at me incredulously and I stared back.
Where did... Wait. Can you say that again?
78153, etc.
That's 198449351 to the third power.
How do you know that? No, Alice, seriously, how do you know that?
That number you just told me. Prime factor decomposition on that number gets you 198449351 to the third power.
You're talking about reducing an integer to a series of prime numbers that you multiplied together to get it, right? Like if you have 30, then you'd get 2 times 3 times 5, right?
Exactly. You probably learned that in junior high, right?
So you're saying that 198449351 is a prime. And if you multiply it by itself 3 times, you'd get 78153, etc., etc.
Yes.
Don't tell me you did all that in your head.
I did do all that in my head. Simple mental arithmetic.
She's got a quantum computer in her brain.
Jesus fucking Christ, Alice.
She was very good at math in school.
Alice, I'm the robot here.
Oh, you don't have all your primes up to 10 billion memorized?
What? No way. That's impossible.
I told you, I'm better at math than most people.
That's not better at math.
Well, look at you. You just recited a huge string of numbers. That seems pretty outstanding, too. Astounding, even. Where did you find that number, anyway?
I didn't know what to say. Would I tell her that it just came to me? I like that Sigma remembered the numbers and not the fact that it came from fucking Dio.
Uh-huh.
Can't tell me, huh? Fine,
It's
I'm pretty sure that's the key to the
obviously a
code, though.
Myrmidon.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I know the Myrmidons use prime factors for their keys, and there aren't a lot of 25-digit numbers that turn out to be the third power of a prime number. I think there's a very good chance that number you memorized was specifically created by someone.
Could you explain that with small words?
Well, look at the prime factors of your number. 198449351 is the something something. You still don't get it? Try to remember the code we saw in the infirmary. What did it say on the monitor?
I think the first row was... Yeah.
And the second row?
Lead,
Biolixbus.
I think. Then they just repeat.
Wow, you've got a pretty impressive memory. We could really use someone like you back at the...
Keep going. How do we decode that?
That's quite fair, mighty character. I would repress Theo from my memory if I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give him that, actually.
You use 198449351 to point you to the right letters.
How do we do that?
Well, the first number is 1, so take the first letter. The next number is 9, so go 9 numbers over from the first one. Then 8 from that one. Just keep going until you get something. Makes sense.
I ran over what she said in my head. Prime number Alice had given me was 198449351. But we get if we picked out letters like she'd explained. First letter would be C from the top left. Then you move 9 to the right, which would give you O. Then 8 more to the right. Eventually we get a word, and that word was... Oh shit, okay.
Decode the password!
We just write down this number in case they don't give it to us in our brain memory. 1.
And it doesn't fucking say.
198.
198 449
449351. 449351.
51.
The code sheet won't be displayed when you input your answer, so it would be wise to solve it now. Okay, so we know it's
Thank you,
CO.
babe. Alright, so it's gonna be C. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, O.
Oh.
8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? M?
I.
One,
If O is
2,
correct
3,
as
4,
the
5,
second letter,
6,
then it...
7, 8. I'm getting M.
I'm getting M too.
So hold on a second. C. Q. Okay, sorry, because she said O was the second letter. So C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, it is M.
Yep. Then 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's B. Yeah?
Is it... Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4 would be P, actually, because P is the last letter.
Oh yeah, I missed the P on the edge there. Thank you.
Yep.
Let's see, and then another 4, so 1, 2,
E,
3,
I think?
4. Yeah.
No, it's an L.
Oh, it's an L. Okay. Is it like complete or some shit?
Might be.
Let's see, then it's a 9.
9.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's an E.
It's definitely complete.
It's absolutely complete.
1, 2, 3, T.
No, completed,
Completed. Okay.
I believe. Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking. It's
Right, E.
completed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait.
No, hold on. Something
no, sorry,
happened.
For the T. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's an E. And then 1.
And then 1 over is D.
Yeah. Completed.
Fucking bullshit ass password.
Check. I did it. Completed. That's it. That's the answer.
Completed? Are you sure?
Yeah. I did exactly what you told me to do, and the word I got is completed. Well, actually, it's completed. The code and the letters repeat every 2 lines. It just repeats.
Well, I can't remember the code like you can, but if you're certain, I believe you.
I'm definitely certain.
Sigma didn't even have paper there, he just did all out in his head.
Uh-huh. Well, he
I
was
wonder
using
what
his brain memory. We watched him use it.
That's true. I wonder what completed is supposed to mean, though.
What? Aside from the obvious, you mean? I'm guessing here it means mission complete. So that's what the transmitter was for.
Huh? What are you talking about? What transmitter?
I barely even heard her. Suddenly, my mind was full of memories that hadn't been there a moment before. It was like a wave had washed away the sand, revealing a bed of precious gems underneath.
Oh my god. Oh, Holy Father, Holy Brother, Holy Master. My sacred mission is at last complete.
Seraph might be right. Brain memory is just that Sigma's a robot with processing data.
It's true. It's so true. It's so true.
With these 2 hands, mankind is saved. I am your will made flesh. In your name I give thanks.
Damn it. Why hadn't I realized it before? I could remember a series of numbers, but not this?
Yeah, get your shit together, Sigma.
Yeah, get your shit together. At least I remembered it now. Dio was a member of the Myrmidons. And not just any member, he was their leader. That meant he had to be the one who'd planted the bombs.
Hey, are you listening to me? Then answer my question. What the hell was that? What's this about a transmitter?
I didn't trust myself to try and explain it to her. More than likely, she'd just think I was insane. Even I could barely make sense of the sudden influx of new information.
What? Don't tell me you're one of the Myrmidons.
If I was, do you really think I'd reveal myself like this?
Point.
Out of nowhere, Clover appeared. Oh, there you are! I've been looking all over for you. Really? We're all down in the Floor B warehouse. Well, all of us but Luna and Quark.
Why?
We've still got 45 minutes until the white door opens. I know that! Oh, okay. Hey, wait a minute. I thought you, Kay, and Quark didn't know about the white doors. Tenmyoji told us about them. He said he'd show us where they were, so we all followed him down to the 4B warehouse.
I'm assuming you left Quark with Luna.
Yeah. Anyway, when we showed up, Phi and Kay were already there. So... well, all of a sudden, Phi, Tenmyoji, and Dio all started yelling at each other. What?
Why? Did something happen?
According to Clover, the last AB game had been the cause of their fight. Yeah, that makes sense. Even though Tenmyoji had only had one BP, Phi had chosen Betray. They started to fight, and since Dio had pressed Betray on behalf of his team, eventually he got dragged in too.
That seems odd. If I only had one BP2, her choice seems like a perfectly valid defensive move.
Just come with me. Kay is trying to calm them down, but there's only one of him. Well, soon there's about to be 2 of him. Shit.
Kay has discovered mitosis.
I'm really glad that I found that joke.
Absolutely. Coming.
That was a good job, me. Good joke.
Yay!
Very good
Pop, pop,
joke,
pop,
Mac.
pop. Or Houseb.
Or Houseb. All 4 of them were still there when we arrived. They seemed to have calmed down a bit, but the tension in the air was almost visible. I felt like I'd stepped into a room full of flammable gas. Even the smallest spark could turn the whole place into a raging inferno. Even Kay, usually so calm and collected, was standing ramrod straight with his hand balled into a fist at his side. I looked at Alice, pursed my lips, and then headed over to the angry knot of people occupying most of the room. Which is a fucked up thing to say given how big this warehouse is. Clover told me what's going on. This whole thing is stupid. You need to knock it off.
Stupid? What about this is stupid? We're talking about my life, you self-righteous dick.
I know. But yelling at each other isn't going to solve your problem. Best thing for us to do right now is to trust each other and get through this. Except for this asshole. Wouldn't you agree?
Hard to trust someone who tried to kill me. Same to you, old man. I told you letting Dio vote was a stupid idea. What did you think he was gonna do? You might as well press the button yourself, asshole. I couldn't just leave Quark alone. There's no excuse. But where do you get off telling me I shouldn't have picked Betray? Do you even think that through? What, I was supposed to pick Ally? If I'd done that, I'd be dead right now. I can say the same thing to you. Damn good thing Dio didn't choose Ally. Please, that is enough for both of you. You're breaking my small, fragile heart. Sigma's right. This isn't the time to be bickering with each other. For some reason, I feel like Sigma's often right.
You don't get to talk. You try to and escape on your own.
Do you want to try that again, Dio?
No, fuck you.
Perhaps, but I think that's better than nearly killing someone.
Well, I only did it so that she wouldn't kill Tomioji.
Oh, god damn it! Enough already! I roared with fury, and my voice echoed and rebounded off the walls of the warehouse. Everyone fell silent. I didn't know how long that silence would last, so I decided to put it all on the table. There's only one way I was going to be able to take control of the situation. Guys, listen to me. We really don't have time for this. I was met with a number of glares, but I soldiered on. See, the thing is, I figured out who planted the bombs. What?
Is this what you were talking about earlier?
Sort of, yeah. I know which one of you it is.
Well, spit it out, then. Please, explain what's going on here.
I don't think I need to. They're going to admit their guilt in just a few minutes.
Some Junpei shit over here. What?
You're all going to hear it straight from the horse's mouth. Or I guess I should say Dio's mouth.
Ha! Ha ha! Ah! Ha ha ha! What are you on? You think I set those bombs?
Yeah, I do.
Hey, if you're gonna accuse me, you better have some pretty damn good evidence, pal.
I'm not accusing you. I'm just stating a fact.
Oh yeah? Where the hell do you get that fact? Stupid.com?
Fun as it was, I knew taunting alone wouldn't be enough to make Dio confess. He'd just play dumb. He was good at it, and I'd get nothing. That meant I was going to have to trick him. Well, you see, I'm actually from Free the Soul.
Free the Soul? What's that? Some kind of hippie shoe company?
Don't play dumb, Dio. Or should I call you Left? Brother ordered me to come here to keep an eye on you. It was quick, but just for a moment I saw his eyes twitch. I leapt on that moment of weakness like a hungry dog on a steak. Fine. Skepticism is understandable, admirable even. But perhaps this will convince you. Pressed forward, pulling out every fact I could remember. I told Dio about Brother's background and how his younger brother Left had been murdered. Mentioned casually that the Myrmidons were all clones of a single person. So, still not convinced? How about this? 781536889883809421419905551. Do a little prime factor decomposition on that, you'll get 198449351 to the third power. If I'm not who I say I am, how on earth could I possibly know that?
What? No, that's not possible.
Finally. So, let's start over, shall we? I was sent here to watch your every move. Seems our wise and noble brother doesn't trust you. He suspects betrayal.
No, you're lying.
I assure you I'm not. But if you don't believe me, why don't you go outside and call him yourself with your transmitter?
No. No! You have to be lying. Brother trusts me. That's why he chose me for this mission. Why would he have made me the leader of the Myrmidons if he...
Oh, sorry, what was that?
I said, why would he have made me the leader of the Myrmidons if he...
I grinned.
Wait. What the hell? Are you fucking kidding me?
Sorry, Dio. Never even seen brother.
Then what the hell was all that? How do you know those things?
Maybe I was divinely inspired.
Don't give me that shit.
Hey, Fi here, what's going on? What are these Myrmidons?
Dio and I stared at one another while Clover and Tenmyoji quickly explained to Fi and Kay about the memory card and the number 2 bomb and about the code we'd found that was from a terrorist organization called the Myrmidons.
Oh.
So you mean to say someone from the Myrmidons planted the bombs? And Dio pretty much just admitted to it, huh?
Yeah.
Bastards. I'll never forgive you.
I heard a low, furious muttering behind me and turned to see Alice, her lips pulled back into a snarl.
I am going to kill you.
Ooh, I love the font size increase. That was great. Her voice rose to a scream as she charged towards Dio. He ducked out of the way smoothly and pulled something from his pocket.
Oh, fuck. Whoa there. I like my women a little feisty, but you're taking it a little too far, sweetheart. Tone it down. What? You see this? You know what it is, don't you? Oh my god. Is that the detonator? Exactly. Then I assume you know what happens if I press this button. Yes, I think I do. I'm guessing it'll set off both of the bombs.
All 3 of them, actually.
Well, I wouldn't say both.
You mean there's still a number 1 bomb we haven't found?
Correct. And there's one more, too.
No, there's 4 bombs? I knew there was 4. I knew there was 4.
Exactly. I've planted 4 bombs. There are the ones numbered 1, 2, and 3, but there's also one more. Bomb number 0. Add all that up, and you're looking at about 4 tons of explosive power. Those go off, and it's all over. That's enough oomph to turn this whole place into a smoking crater.
Getting something. That'd kill you too.
So, I'm ready for that. I've got spares.
Spares? Is that what Sigma was talking about?
Yeah, clones.
I heard Alice whisper something to Clover.
Let's go, Clover. Show him that training wasn't for nothing.
Huh? Oh, yeah, right. Before I had a chance to ask them what was going on, they moved.
Die, you bastard! Yeah!
She roared and leapt toward Dio, Clover following just behind. Alice threw a punch at Dio's face, and as he dodged, Clover spun out from behind her. Dio grunted and turned to focus on Alice, but Clover darted in and snatched the detonator from his hand.
Clover, get him!
Right! Sigma, catch! Huh? Oh my god!
sorry.
Sigma, you dumb bitch! Before I could respond, Clover had thrown the detonator at me. I scrambled to grab it out of the air and held it to my chest.
Damn it! Stop! Let me go! I said let go of me, you asshole!
Yelling didn't do him any good, and Dio found himself subdued by the skillful teamwork of Alice and Clover. Oh, hey, I remember this! Strangely, though, once they had a hold of him, he stopped struggling. I was reminded of a gazelle with its neck in the mouth of a lion. Had he surrendered? Or did he have some trick up his sleeve?
Him? Another trick up his sleeve? Never.
Wow. It didn't feel right. I didn't have to wait long for my misgivings to prove true. The detonator in my hand suddenly began to flash. What? It was a dead man switch, wasn't it?
Oh, serves you right. Ha 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 ha! What are you laughing at? You! Her! All of you. God, you're stupid.
What? Why? It was a dead man switch.
See that detonator you threw to Sigma? You activated it. If it gets more than a meter away from me, it sets itself off. We figure someone might try and take it away, so we put in a little safeguard. Since you two were kind enough to take it away from me. The bombs have gone from remote control to countdown timer. Go ahead and destroy the detonator if you want. Won't make any difference now. The bombs are going to go off no matter what.
How long do we have?
About 30 minutes.
30 minutes? Oh no.
My condolences.
What can we do to stop him?
I told you that already. First, we need a device that allows us to input information. Then we plug it into each bomb and enter the codes. Hey, Alice, who the hell are you? How do you know all this? None of your damn business. Just tell me where the input device is. Well that's none of your damn business. Ow, ow, ouchie, ouchie, ouchie! Stop it, stop it! Stop, you're gonna break it! Of course. That's the plan. Please, stop! Just tell me what I want to know.
I'm just a little birthday boy.
Please, it's my birthday, it's my birthday! Okay, I'll tell you. It's in my coat, the right-hand pocket. Clover, check it out.
Right. She nodded and started digging through his pockets. After a few minutes... It's no use! There's nothing here!
Did you lie to me? No! I swear, keep looking.
Oh, wait. There is something in here. Clover pulled her hand from his pocket and held it out. Is that a pill? Like for medicine? Hey, what is this?
Huh? I can't see it. Bring it over here.
No, it's a poison pill, for fuck's sakes.
Oh, dang it.
Clover frowned and moved closer to Dio, holding the pill out toward him. Suddenly he moved, his right hand snaking out to grab the pill from Clover's hand. Before anyone could react, he shoved it into his mouth. You know it! I heard a tiny crack as he bit down on it. Almost immediately, he grimaced in pain. Come on! It's the easiest trick in the book!
Classic.
Ow, my arm. Okay, fine. Here's the way to disarm all of my bombs from my bombs from a sacred mission.
The only thing that would have been a fucking easier sell there would have been if he'd had it in, like, the collar of his shirt or something.
He should have just had a poison tooth, you know? Ever since Dune, you know, anyone who isn't doing the poison tooth has really got behind on their game.
Yeah, to be honest.
What? Looks like he poisoned himself.
What?
Damn. How could I be so stupid?
His eyes rolled up into his head and flecks of spittle began to trickle out from the corners of his mouth. I grabbed him by the hair and shook. What the hell are you doing? Where's the input device?
Lost it in my couch back home.
Don't screw with me.
Fine, don't tell us. Can you tell me the deactivation codes instead, please? Pretty please?
Deactivation.
You said it was your birthday, it's my birthday too. We could be, like, birthday friends.
Well, since you never asked before, not. You guys are persistent. Not gonna do you much good anyway. I'll tell you. You only get one. This is the deactivation code for Bomb 3. Ready? LXQ, LHC, and MR.
What about the other 3? Tell us the other 3. I think we have...
We have the one
Two
for
of the
0
other
as
3?
well, I believe.
Okay, no,
That's-
it's only 0.
That's
okay.
the one that we got outside with him.
My body will be
No,
a
'cause
part of
we
the foundation of a bright future.
We got one from the director's office.
Oh, was there one in the director's office?
Yeah, there was a hologram in the director's office.
You're right, there was.
And it gave us a bomb code. So we have 3.
We're at 3 out of 4. Nice.
His voice was weak and more foam was dribbling out of his mouth.
Such a beautiful world. May brother live in everlasting glory.
Those were the last words Dio spoke. He died with a strange, happy smile. Damn. He only gave us the password for one of the bombs. This is bad. What are we gonna do? I don't know.
How much time have we got? 25 minutes. You sure? Yes. When he told us the time, I checked my bracelet. It said exactly 30 minutes. You mean the bombs are gonna go off the same time the doors open? That does appear to be correct. Time on your bracelets is what we have left. Isn't that convenient?
Oh. So, 25 minutes.
This isn't good. I was hoping we were able to escape through the white doors, but...
It takes 5 minutes for the primary door to open and close. So...
Yes, I know. There's no way we can get through them before the explosion happens.
Well, no point in just standing around. Let's go looking. We need 3 things. The input device...
And the remaining 2 bombs, right?
Right.
We also need passwords for all the bombs other than number 3.
Exactly.
Maybe Dio has a note or something.
Hold on, let me check.
She knelt down and quickly checked his pockets and sleeves, then sat back on her heels, frustrated. Didn't we find the password input device also?
We found it in a safe, I believe.
Yeah, it was in a safe.
And we just have to hope we find it somewhere. And Myoji, can you go tell Luna everything that's going on? Right, I'm on it. Good. Rest of you, let's move out. We can do this. Let's go.
We all took off at a run, heading to different parts of the building. But all of our searching turned up nothing. And as we searched, the clock kept ticking. Damn, that's awkward.
Yep.
Then at last, the chromatic doors opened.
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Our time had run out. We watched the white doors open. Are they doors to heaven or to hell? The thought barely had time to flutter through my mind before everything went white. We didn't even have time to say goodbye. 1,000 emotions flooded my brain in those last moments. Why? How? How had we ended up this way? Then a blistering wave of heat, like the surface of the sun itself, wiped out any lingering thoughts.
Kaboom.
Kaboom. My consciousness slipped away into a bottomless pool of darkness. Neither heaven nor hell, only the void. Well, that feels feels like a good place. So we both
It sure does.
Yeah. Just a nice cheery ending.
Yeah,
Shout
no
out
kidding.
Alice ending. Let's go.
Is that Alice ending or a game over?
No, that's Alice
Oh,
ending.
please.
We
That's
got
Alice
Alice's
ending,
whole
okay.
backstory. That's Alice
We
ending.
got that entire fucking monologue.
Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah. Of course it is. You're right.
So the cool thing is that we have now unlocked 2 other endings with the
Yeah.
Jacques.
Shout outs to all these voice actors and shit.
Yeah.
Shout
Shout out
to
to
the voice
Alice.
Shout outs to Alice.
Let's go, Alice.
Not always the most staple girly, but you know, she gets it done sometimes.
Yeah.
Or
can I
endings.
Can I see the flowchart? Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go. Perfect.
We have 3 endings left that we know of.
Or it says, I think.
Yeah, we need the Phi ending somehow.
Yeah, let's see. We have 1, 2, 3. All right.
Okay, what's
1,
that?
2,
What's that
3.
black question mark?
That's 5 minutes of life.
5
That's
minutes of
where
life.
Dio forced us to vote ally and betrayed us.
Yeah.
And then over here we have who planted
Who
the
planted
bomb.
the bomb?
Over here we also have who planted the bomb.
Yeah, so both of those opened up. We can check those out.
So we'll check those out, and then the only other thing that we have left is how do we survive, or what do we do with our 5 minutes of life?
Yeah, and then we need the
fuck is
password.
The username for that,
Oh,
yeah.
we need the username, yeah.
And potentially something's hidden behind some of those betrays. Who knows?
We know that that a couple of those betrayals are
just dead ends.
Are endings that I don't want to see.
Yeah.
I don't think we
well,
have to see any of
like I
them.
said, a couple of them could have something theoretically.
Yeah, so let's see. So this was the Phi direction where we stopped Phi from running away. And then let's see, how do we get our parlor scene here? Who do we let's see, this was where we went through
That was the one that we did very recently.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was
we
the
did
one
that
where
one pretty recently.
Where we did archives, actually.
Yes.
Then
Where
Alice
did Alice
disappeared.
go?
At first we found her dead, and then we used the morphogenetic field to find her in time. And then
I kind of want to go back to basics and do the who planted the bombs after Phi ran away. Which is the first one that we got, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna have to come back to that.
That'll be next week. That'll be next week.
Yep. Because for now, we gotta call it a night. I think I will be up to streaming next weekend. We will see where my life is at then. But I'm very hopeful that we will.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We are probably only 2 or 3 streams out from the end of Virtue's Last Reward.
Which is fucked up.
So hell yeah. Thanks for the stream, friends. We'll be back next week. And Moonshot should be back on its regular streaming schedule this month. So
we will. Marn and I will be on I'm not Sleepover Sunday is probably tomorrow. If it's not, then the next time will be Tuesday. Marn and I are doing the White Door. Again, huge content warning for a psychiatric facility.
And let's hear Claudia and Jay still, or the
Supermassive. I don't know if Supermassive is starting this week.
Ooh, is that what they're doing next?
Yeah, they're doing Supermassive games.
Very exciting.
That's true. I did forget that was on Mondays. So
I don't know if they're streaming this Monday, but keep an eye out. You'll get a ping in the Discord and from Twitch if you follow us. All right, thanks, folks. Have a lovely weekend.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, everyone.